All right, let's dive into a really fascinating, maybe even a little controversial idea from Alina Chamberlain's work, She Who Awakens. We're going to talk about jealousy, but not in the way you think. We're going to break down how this emotion, which we usually see as a total relationship killer, can actually be flipped into a powerful tool for attraction.
So, I want to ask you this right off the bat. Can jealousy be a tool for attraction? I mean, we're all taught that it's toxic, right? It's a sign of weakness, of insecurity, and it just poisons everything. But what if there's another side to it? What if a very specific, very controlled kind of jealousy could actually crank up the desire?
To even get our heads around this, we have to completely rethink what jealousy is. The whole argument here is that when you use it in a really strategic way, it stops being about your own insecurity. Instead, it becomes this incredibly clever way to show high value, not just for your partner, but for you too.
Okay, so let's be super clear. We are not talking about that awful, gut-wrenching, real jealousy. No way. The author gives this a special name, mild seductive jealousy, and it's basically a performance. It's playful, it's a little theatrical. The goal isn't to start a fight. It's to playfully point out that other people find your partner desirable, which, let's be honest, just proves what amazing taste you have for choosing him in the first place.
This quote from Alina Chamberlain just nails it, doesn't it? I mean, look at that phrasing. A tool of social proof and playful protection. It's not a weapon you use because you're scared of losing him. It's a tool you use because you're so confident you have him, you can afford to be playful about it. It just flips the entire script.
And you know, there's actually some real psychology behind this. It's a concept from evolutionary psychology called mate choice copying. And it's pretty simple. Deep down, we are all wired to see more value in something or someone that other people want. It's like seeing a restaurant with a huge line out front. You immediately think, wow, that place must be good. This technique is designed to tap right into that primal instinct.
So, that's the theory. But how does this actually work in a real-life situation? Well, this next part is all about what we'll call the ego boost mechanism. This is the psychological engine that really makes this whole thing run.
Here's the most important part. You are targeting your partner's ego, but in the best way possible. Think about it. You're not just giving him a simple compliment. You are showing him that other people recognize his value, that he's a hot commodity. It validates your choice in him and makes him feel like he's won the lottery.
And here is a perfect, real-world example of how to kick this off. See how casual that is? It's not an accusation. You're just making an observation. You're pointing out a fact, and hey, maybe it's a little embellished, who's to say, that shines a spotlight right on him. This simple little sentence is the setup for all the magic that comes next. And what happens next is this brilliant little sequence the author calls a win-win scenario. So, step 1, you point out how desirable he is. Step 2, he gets that amazing ego boost. Step 3, you come in with that layer of playful protection. And the end result? A situation that could have been a fight is now a sexy, intimate secret between the two of you. Okay, now this is probably the most important part of this entire explainer. So please listen closely, because the success or failure of this whole thing comes down to one thing and one thing only: your delivery. If you get this wrong, you're going to cause the exact kind of drama you're trying to avoid. This slide is everything because it lays it all out. Just look at the two columns. Mild, seductive jealousy. It comes from a place of play, of pride, of confidence. The tone is light, almost like you're in on a joke together. Toxic jealousy, that comes from fear, control, and deep insecurity. And the tone is angry and accusatory. Where you're coming from on the inside completely changes the outcome.
And here it is. This is the line that seals the deal. After you've pointed out the other woman, you follow up with something like this, and you have to deliver it with a smirk, a seductive smile. It's not a real threat, it's pure theater. The message you're sending is, yeah, you're in demand, and I'm the lucky one who has you. This is what takes you from being an insecure girlfriend to a confident, alluring partner.
So, you might be thinking, okay, this is cute for the honeymoon phase, but what about years down the road? Well, according to the source, this isn't just for new couples. In fact, its real power might just be in the long game, keeping that competitive spark alive when things get a little too comfortable. I love how the author puts this. She calls it a dopamine reset. And that's exactly what it is. In a long-term relationship, it's so easy for your partner to start feeling a bit invisible, taken for granted. This technique is like a little jolt to the system. It reintroduces a tiny bit of healthy competition that reminds him he's still in the game and has something amazing to hold on to.
So what's the end goal for him in all of this? Well, this slide breaks it down perfectly. He gets a reminder that, yeah, he's still got it. He's attractive to other women. It keeps him on his toes in a good way. It taps into that primal drive to be the alpha for his partner. And most importantly, it makes him feel incredibly lucky to be with you.
So, when you boil it all down, the big takeaway is this: attraction doesn't happen in a bubble. This theory argues that desire actually thrives when there's a little bit of tension, a little bit of competition. That subtle reminder that your partner is a prize that other people want, well, that's a powerful reason to never take them for granted.
And that leaves us with this final, really juicy question to think about. Can you really manufacture that kind of psychological spark? And maybe, just maybe, a little bit of playful, well-managed competition isn't a crack in the foundation of a relationship, but actually a secret ingredient to keeping that fire burning for the long haul.
You can find the electronic version of book She Who Awakens by Alina Chamberlain at wishforlove.org.